Many users of kerosene have lamented the scarcity of the product. City News visit to some fuel stations that sell kerosene showed that the commodity was not available. According to some of the fuel attendants who spoke off camera, their stations have not received supply for the past 3 weeks. They, however, added that patronage of the product has dwindled over the period. In a City News interview, Executive Secretary for COPEC, Duncan Amwa, noted that the current shortage will affect the price of the product.
Petroleum product pricing, generally the world over will deal with demand and supply. And so anytime demand would outstrip supply, there's that natural tendency for prices to go up. For this particular window, what we observed in-house is that the city has done relatively better. International market, however, has lost some ground. But as the city had performed quite creditably, you would have expected prices to probably stabilize. But again, you don't have too much of the commodity in the system, so prices will go up. We do believe that, of course, we are in rough times. We still would encourage the finance minister not to throw his hands in despair. Higher fuel prices would simply drag inflationary figures beyond our pockets. Fuel affects everything. If you are computing inflation and you compute food baskets, non-food basket, and all of that, know that the push factors as far as your inflation going up, simply the baseline is your fuel pricing. And so when we insist that something ought to be done to bring petrol prices down, we are also mindful of the fact that the economy itself is overly overburdened currently by high incidence of fuel pricing.
However, the National Petroleum Authority (NPA) has given an assurance that there is enough stock of kerosene to meet domestic needs for the rest of the year, in spite of some complaints from users that the commodity is not easily accessible on the market.
Over the weekend, we also received some reports of complaints of a shortage of kerosene in the market, which we find very surprising because currently we have over a year's supply of kerosene in tank. And so I'm not sure where these reports are coming from. We checks with the BIDEX, the importers of the product, so the bulk import and distribution export companies, and they all seem to be surprised by these developments. And according to them, they haven't received any orders for kerosene. And so what I would like to assure the public and the listeners that we have enough kerosene in stock, at the various terminals, and we are very surprised there are reports of such shortages.
National Petroleum Authority says that there is enough kerosene on the market, but COPEC insists that there is a short supply of the product. According to COPEC, it believes that the situation will normalize in a week's time. Reporting for City News, my name is Philip Latte.